Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick little overview because the homework problems were written just a little bit different than the classwork. I've seen them written both ways, so I wanted to be sure you were exposed to both kinds of problems. So we'll just get started on a couple of these homework problems to give you a good idea of how to do this. So remember, your first one's given, which is always the problem. So we're just going to take the problem and copy it back in there. So it's 4x equals 12x plus 32. Okay, so now the next step is done for you, and you need to compare what is different between the first line and the second line. Okay, so during the notes we were able to kind of write down below what math was being done, but I've seen it done a lot where they're on the same level. So if you take a look here, this is minus 12x here and minus 12x there. It's subtracting the same number from both sides. It's subtracting this 12x. So that we're allowed to do that because of our subtraction property. Okay? It looks a little different, but it's the same process. And then I'm going to look, what did they do between this line and this line? Well, if we look, 4x and 12x are like terms. It looks like they combine their like terms. These got combined to cancel out, leaving just the 32. So we said you could write combine like terms, or you can write substitution. Okay. And so remember, you're always looking at the line you're on and comparing it to the one below. So what's the difference between line 3 and line 4? So it looks like they went ahead and did the division. They're showing the division to get this. So we're allowed to do that because of the division property of equality. And the last one is they simplified these fractions down, so we can just use simplify. That wasn't really used in the notes, but it's used a lot that I've seen. So I wanted you to make sure you had the opportunity to see problems presented multiple ways, but it's the same idea. Number 3, I want to just get you started because he's a little bit harder because I don't know why. It's just one I get questions about a lot. So the given is always your first, remember. So we just are going to recopy the problem. 60x plus 153 equals 9x plus 51. Okay. Now, they want us to do a subtraction property, but what do they want us to subtract? So we kind of have to look ahead to see what's missing in this line 3 that would have been subtracted out when they were doing a subtraction property. And it looks like, see how the 51 is still there, but that 9x is not there. Okay, and when I look over here, it's no longer 60x, it's 59x, or 51x. So it looks like they subtracted 9x. So how that would be written, there's a couple ways. I just tend to write it like it was written before. Here's the original line, but I'm going to subtract 9x off. Here's the original line, but I'm going to subtract 9x off. That way I know that that cancels with this, and these are like terms, and that's where the 51, 60x minus 9x gives you 51x. Combining like terms, remember, is substitution. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. Sometimes you're looking behind you what happened. If they give you a property, you may have to look ahead to see, well, how did it change? What will it look like in the future? So hopefully this will help clarify some questions. If it doesn't, please be sure to come by me, see me in the morning, or be sure to give me a quick email to say you need a little extra help. All right, see you tomorrow.